Dr. Shola Alexander Yamini is an entrepreneur, an angel investor, and advisor to technology startups. In 2021, Yamini transitioned from software to software, co-founding Bloomers Intimates with her daughter, Noah Arias. Yamini founded software development Smarts and led it as CEO until its acquisition by EMC. At Smarts, Yamini was named as one of 10 leaders among leaders in information technology by Information Week magazine and selected as an Ernst & Young Entrepreneur of the Year. Prior to founding Smart, Yamini was a senior manager at IBM's T.J. Watson's Research Center, where she received an IBM Outstanding Innovation Award. Earlier, she was an assistant professor of computer science at NYU's Cornell Institution. Yamini has a PhD in computer science and a BSc in mathematics and physics. Noah Yamini Arias began her extensive marketing career at L'Oréal Paris, where she was a semifinalist in the Beauty Shakers Awards for Corporate Excellence. After leaving L'Oréal Paris, she spent nearly a decade in marketing at American Express and has since held senior marketing roles spanning technology and consumer goods. While at American Express, Arias and her husband co-founded Cribsters, an internet resource for new parents, which was later sold to a third party. In her spare time, Arias volunteers in her community, serving on the boards of various local nonprofit organizations. She received her BA from Columbia University and her MBA from NYU's Stern School of Business, with concentrations in marketing and strategy. Bloomers Intimate, founded in 2021, produces comfortable, sexy lingerie for women of all ages. The shape of a woman's body changes all the time. After a baby, gaining a few pounds or a few years, women need a little more from their lingerie. Hey guys, so I am so excited for this chat today on Live the Glamour. I'm speaking to the founders of Bloomers Intimates, Shaula and Noah. They're both here today, and we're going to get into a little bit about their story, how they got started, and about the brand. I took a look at everything and actually got to see a couple of the samples, and they're just so cute. I don't know who wants to start, but give us a little background on how you came about starting the brand.
I always let my mom take it away because she the brainchild.
My background is in like 180 degrees from fashion. I lived in the tech world. I taught computer science at NYU, and I worked at IBM Research before I started I started my company called Smarts, which was an enterprise software company. I ran it for 12 years. It was nice. It was a successful company. We had a good exit after 12 years.
Wow.
And after I sold the company, I was trying to figure out what to do with myself. And fortunately, some people in the tech world knew me, and entrepreneurs started coming over and asking me if I'd go over their business plans. Can I give them advice? So I spent several years mentoring startups, and I invested in some, and some were great successes and some were terrible flops, like you'd expect. And I really wasn't doing, I was advising. And during COVID, Noah and I were at a beach house, and I was folding laundry. Old panties that I used to buy on business trips, at least 20 years prior. They were already too small on me. They were rips and tears, but I still clung to them. And I said to Noah, it's really frustrating that I can't find anything that's both sexy and comfortable.
It's true.
And Noah and my daughter-in-law was there also, said to me, "Oh, come on, you don't know how to look." So they went on a Google hunt, and lo and behold, they couldn't find anything that met the criteria of being like really pretty, soft, lace, good coverage, and comfortable. So at some point, I said to Noah, I've been an entrepreneur. I work with entrepreneurs all the time. What I always tell entrepreneurs when they describe their business idea, I say, is there a real pain point that you're solving, that enough people have this pain point that they'll pay you enough for a solution for you to be able to build a thriving company? That's the the single most important piece of advice you say to someone when they say, oh, I have this idea.
Yeah.
And I said, you know, we've identified a pain point. Why don't we do this? And Noah, whose background is in marketing, and she'll tell you more about her, but she's always worked in luxury brand marketing. So her initial response to a mother's suggestion, Mom. But right after that, she said, you know what? Let's give it a try. So Bloomer was born during COVID.
Wow.
When we had to isolate together. And, so that's kind of, in short, how the company was born.
I love finding that out, because I think that I know, having interviewed, you know, entrepreneurs and founders of companies, that's like probably the biggest question I think that people want to know is, it's so hard to figure out how to start, or when you do have an idea. I think you mentioning that about finding the pain point and knowing that your product actually has a reason to be in the market is a very important question for anyone to start with. So I'm so glad that you said that, because I think that's a lot of questions people have when they do have an idea in their mind or a thought about something, is, you know, where do I go from there? And then now you said the marketing part. I feel like that's a very, very important part.
Exactly. No, so we had this idea, there was a need. The next step was really to do some market research. So we sent out a survey to 100 of our closest friends, probably more than that, but we got 100 responses. So I think we probably have to send it to a few hundred people to get that kind of information. And we saw there was a real need, not just amongst people my mother's age, but across, you know, all ages between us and some younger. I'm 43. And people were looking for attractive, stylish, but still comfortable underwear. And a lot of people, like, once you hit a certain age, or you've had a baby, or you've gained some weight, lost some weight, people don't want to wear thongs anymore. And like, that has been, till recently, the only way you could avoid panty lines, you know? But here we are. These are not thongs. And, you know, we started, after the research, we started the development process, a lot of trial and error. And then we were ready to launch in September of 2021. So it's,
and maybe I should say, like, two more things. One, if you're talking about what to say to people who have an idea, after having a really good idea, you then need to have business partners that complement you, because, you know, I was really, I believe, a very good tech company builder, but I know nothing about luxury product marketing.
Right.
Noah, that's what she loves. That's what she lives for, luxury products.
I like buying them. I like wearing them.
Exactly. So that's one thing. The other thing is getting additional people to fill the holes in your business plan. And we were very fortunate that very early on, we identified a terrific pattern designer and a terrific production person. So with our tiny little team of 4, we pretty much cover, you know, a lot of the parts of the business. So I apologize for.
No, I think that's a great point. And I feel like that's also a struggle too with businesses, is that, you know, how do you find the right people that you want to work with, ones that you feel like you believe in and also believe in your business, because there's always a challenge too. And it does sound like you put a good team together, because
by chance, you know, sometimes being lucky is more important than anything.
I like that. I like that. I think, I don't know, did you guys have any that you wanted to, do you have to show? I have a few here, but I wasn't sure.
Yeah, no,
Oh, sure.
I have them all.
Yeah, I figure right about now, everybody's probably wondering, all right, what,
Well, what is
what do
this
they look
about?
like?
So we launched the first product.
That was my actually the question I was going to ask. What was the first one you launched?
So up until yesterday, we had one
It was-
product. This is
Oh,
our
wow.
signature brief.
Oh,
It is full coverage rear, won't ride up. The waistline hits it hits right at your belly button or like slightly above. And it's our first product. It comes in 6 different shades. This is the most recent shade we launched, Blue Quartz. They're all gemstone.
Let me just add one more thing, that we use the natural scallop of the fabric, so we don't have to add a trim. Almost all panties,
yeah.
which are laced, add a trim, and there's a seam, and
there's a
that
seam.
seam can create a panty line. So
Yeah.
that's what's unique about our
If
design.
you can
that
see
we
it,
don't-
but
we
it's
don't
got like
affect it.
the scalloped edge, and it
Yeah.
just disappears
It just
under
lays
clothes.
flat, probably, right?
Yes, it lays
that's-
totally flat, no panty.
That's so nice because I think, I mean, when I saw these, I was like, this is such a great idea because it is so true. It's like you only see pretty lace on thongs and
Yeah,
super minimal
Yeah.
things. Yeah, and to have this where it's like, I think both younger and older kind of want to fit into that. Like they, like you don't always want to wear that, and you do maybe want a little bit more coverage, but to still feel like you're wearing something that is sexy and feels good on your body, and doesn't have the seams. So I think that's always a challenge too, is that you struggle with seeing, even sometimes with thongs, I feel like that too, you can sometimes see, and it can be
Yeah,
frustrating.
you can see
Right.
the line in your waist.
Yes, yeah.
Totally.
So sometimes I feel like almost having that more full coverage
Yeah.
is beneficial in that way too.
No, totally, because the rise of the all of our underwear
Right.
actually hits it.
On
Muffin top, like people
Right,
call it muffin top. It
yeah.
smooths your curves.
No, and
it folds it in.
you look for that because I think that's
Yeah.
what a lot of them don't do, and then they almost create a role that you,
Yes,
absolutely.
exactly.
you know,
You're like, I didn't have that
Yeah,
before.
exactly. That wasn't
Now I
there.
do.
Why it shouldn't be. So I guess that kind of goes a little bit into like I was on your site and calling it the granny panty, and that's always like that. Like you're sort of disrupting that market a little bit, and I find that interesting, how you're doing that, how you did kind of cross over from that. I know you explained it a little bit, but how do you think you're taking that term and like innovating it and making it new? Would you say?
Well, we're calling it not your granny's panties.
No, we have a trademark on sexy granny panties.
We have a
And
trademark on sexy
that's an
panties.
oxymoron if anyone's ever heard.
Yeah.
But we have, we've shown, in our Instagram, on our site, in different places, women of various ages, some of them grandmas,
Yeah.
age, in these underwear,
Yeah.
and showing how like confident and sexy they feel and look in them.
I love it. I love that. I think that is such a cool way to promote it and talk about it. I know you've been in some press. Do you want to mention any of the press? I feel like you're getting some really good recognition for them already.
Yeah.
I mean, only in 2000, just pretty much. So you're a little over a year?
Yeah, we just had our
that's it.
birthday.
September, yeah.
Congratulations. That's amazing.
Thank you. We had in March we had a really awesome hit in Refinery 29.
Love that.
That was a feature on, us betting that we could make granny panties sexy.
Yes.
And then most recently we had a hit in Bustle,
Another big
talking about how, again, making sexy comfortable. A lot of people say it, but they're not really doing it.
Yeah.
We've had, some hits in Allure, and
do you
New York
notice?
Post is great.
Yeah, no, I think just that reconfirms everything about what you're doing, and that you are able to shift it and show something a little bit sexy, but still have that, coverage and comfortable feel. Would you say you are kind of hitting different ages, or are you surprised by any of the customers that you've gotten from starting?
Well, yeah, actually we are. So if you look at our reviews, there's a whole range, but like one of my favorites is from a woman who said she bought them for her 80th birthday for herself. And the title, it says for seniors too.
Yeah.
And then there are I I wasn't really surprised by like the 35-year-olds, but we do have a new style coming out in a month that we shared with you as well. It's more of a
bike short.
it's
a
a
lacy.
Right.
and the younger people love it. Like, I'm talking about like 20-year-olds,
I feel like that's gonna be. I mean, I was able to see it, and I think that when I saw that, I was like, wow, they can actually be styled like into outfits.
Yes,
right.
Like can see them and not feel, especially since for a while the trend has been just like the basic black, bike shorts.
Yeah.
I think that this is like elevating that feel a little bit and giving you a reason to feel a little bit more, a little special.
Yes,
than
absolutely.
And it looks great under a mini skirt.
Yes.
Thinking that minis are so short now. So this would peak a little bit. No, this is the mommy-daughter dynamic.
No, what I think that says a lot for the brand, but I think it also plays a big role in the brand too, because it kind of does cover the different ages. And if you're older, like the grandmother that you said, or that's 80 and ordered them, I think for so long they believe that there were only these like really basic styles and just got
Jockey whites.
Yes.
Jockey white cotton.
That's
yes.
Yeah. And it's nice that it's like, hey, no, there's a whole nother, style that you can do and still feel amazing in whatever.
And that's the message. That really is the message, that you could be sexy at every age and you don't have to contort yourself to deal with thongs.
Exactly.
You can actually enjoy being both sexy and feeling really, really comfortable. That's really the message at any age.
I agree. And I think I know so many people that I can't wait to tell about it, because I know that they'll be like the first ones to get them, because it's something, all different ages. Would you say just a little bit more into like the sizing and pricing? How does the sizing work when people are purchasing them?
So we just put up a fit guide, because underwear shopping on the internet is impossible. There's dress size, there's like extra small. We size extra small through 2XL.
Okay.
But then there's also the traditional granny panties are 1 through 7 is the sizing. So like there's a lot of confusion out there. So we just put up a size guide, and it's really, I think the best way to shop for underwear on the internet is to measure yourself. And look at the hip measurement. And I think that is probably the most accurate way.
Is there any way, would you say, like that ideally they should feel, I guess, when you put them on?
Yes.
Their body?
So these ones, the signature brief, not these ones, Her Highness, should hit, if it's the right size, it should hit at the belly button, maybe slightly above. If it's below, then it might be a size too small.
That's so good to know.
It's a little, it's got light support, I want to say, like, it holds it all in.
Right.
The new style that we just launched yesterday are, hold on, knickerboxers. So it's still high rise.
Right.
It's a good, but it will hit a little bit below the belly button.
Okay.
Actually, I did see it hit somebody's belly button, but I think it was
just
it
depends.
Their body.
Yeah.
And it's more of a casual fit. It's got a stretch lace waistband, and I would say it's a hint of cheekiness in the rear.
I like that. Yeah.
And still full coverage, but you might get a little bit of like
more cheeky. Yeah.
We'll call it granny's thumb.
That's
but
cute.
it also has the scallop.
The scallop, yes.
There's no horizontal seams. Except for adding the elastic waistband. But other than that, you know, a lot of the others are like tiers. You have one tier of lace and another and
Yeah, they're
another,
stitched
and
together.
they're stitched
Yeah.
together. And sometimes, you know, some people are more sensitive to.
I know I am.
I
Yeah.
am too.
Yeah.
So we
I
don't
like-
have any like in the middle. It's literally just these panels and the scallop disappears.
I feel like, so I'm if you, for anyone wearing like white or like lighter colors and you did like a nude tone,
We
because
have.
lace, it must really blend in like so nicely. Like you,
Oh,
Yes.
perfectly.
you
Yes,
probably-
we have this one comes in like a blush pink
Yeah.
and an off-white.
Oh, I feel like that would, it probably
Yeah.
is, just goes
Yeah.
right. Late, I mean, it's already lace
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
lace flat without the seams. That's that in itself is different from what you see from just typical.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I know you can't talk. Do you have a new item coming out in a month, you said?
Yeah.
And
So that, yeah.
So that's the one that you know, thigh friendly.
okay, that's a thigh friendly one, and we could look for that in a month. So I'll let everyone
Yes.
know that. Where can people shop for them?
So on our site at bloomersintimates.com,
Okay.
on Instagram and Facebook, there are shops as well. If you are in the Naples, Florida area, there is a store that carries us called Chic and Love.
Oh.
And we're trying to get, I feel like Florida,
Yeah,
sunny
That's-
year round. It's perfect for this.
perfect. Yeah. Are you guys based in Florida or is that?
No, we're in
No.
New York.
Oh, okay. I lived in Naples for a little bit when I was younger. I lived there, so I
Oh,
know
wow.
the area really well. Yeah, that's exciting. It's a good.
We'll have to tap.
Yeah. Our
Yeah.
thought is to sell it at a very small number of boutiques, just for the situation where, you know, some women want to come and touch and feel.
Right. And
But we are not looking for retail distribution. That would
it's a whole nother.
Yeah, it's a
we're
different
just-
world.
we couldn't
Yeah.
afford, and we couldn't afford to offer the product at the price point we offer.
What is the price point? I guess I should ask that too.
So each pair is $38. They ship free. They come with a mesh laundry bag for safe cleaning.
Yes.
So you can put it in the machine. Don't put it in the dryer. And also it's a good way to store them in
That's
case.
perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, in case you have like jagged things just lying
Yeah.
around.
Or like
your underwear.
traveling. I feel like for
Bras,
traveling.
yeah.
Yeah. That's great.
And we do offer a bundle discount. Any 3 pairs, 15% off.
Oh, nice. That's even
Yeah.
better. That's perfect. Oh, this was so great, you guys. I love hearing about
That's-
the whole process of getting to where you are and creating something so like more innovative. I feel like for the intimates market for sure. I'm excited to see what you continue to do. Where can everyone find you on social media?
So we're on Instagram and Facebook at Bloomers Intimates, Pinterest also at
Perfect.
everything's at Bloomers Intimates, and TikTok too.
Okay. I'll find
We're
it.
just
Yeah.
we're just getting
Yeah,
started
we're
there.
just dabbling.
No, it's good. It's a good place to be, especially
Yeah.
I've seen-
Yes, I saw your stuff is terrific.
Yeah, it really is.
Really
Thank you.
exciting.
It's like a whole other, I had to get into it, and it's like at first I'm like, how do I do
I
this
know.
because it's like you really don't know, but then it gets a little easier, and TikTok kind of makes it, their editing and everything kind of makes it a little bit easy. So
awesome.
I will put everything for everyone that's watching. All the links will be in the description box below, so you'll be able to find a link to get to their website to shop and social media, check everything out. Thank you both so much. This was such a fun chat. I love talking to both of you.
Thank you
Thank you
so
so
very
much.
much.
Yes, have a good rest of the day.
You
Thank
too.
you. You too.
You're great. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.